Alright, what is up? This is SLOplays back in some more Dragon Ball Legends content here on the channel. Going to be doing a little tips and tricks guide on how I personally beat the 2nd anniversary challenge rush for the first 3 stages that are currently available right now. I'll do the rest of them later, but all I have to say is there's no clear-cut way of being able to officially beat these. Like, there's no just like straight up, okay, this is what you need to do, boom. No, you just gotta do it a bunch of times, and obviously you want to take advantage of those boost units, the attack bonus units and everything. Like, for example, the new Trunks, the new Rage Trunks, and the new Vegito Blue. If you have them, yes, you'll have a better opportunity. You'll be able to, you know, beat these a lot faster, but I'm sure it is possible to do these with, you know, the non-boost units. As you can see, I'm using Super Vegito, who right now is doing an amazing amount of damage, and he's really good. And the problem is, the moment you get touched, the moment you can't switch, is the moment you have lost, and you might as well reset. Like, I usually just give up once I get one single hit on one of my characters, because that's going to result in just an absolute 0 to death kind of thing. I say 0 to death like Smash Bros, but you know what I mean. 100 HP, you know, and then you're gone. You're gone after that, which I'm literally going to show you in this very first challenge here. But I'm not going to talk about throughout the whole thing. I'm just going to, you know, basically just give you guys my opinions and my thoughts on it. So take advantage of the attack bonus units. If you don't have them, then definitely try it with any other character, just your most powerful units with the advantage. Like I said, the Super Vegito does, you know, a great job on this event, but once he gets hit, as you can see, one little Ki Blast there did a lot of damage. That does a significant amount of damage. And then once, you know, this Rose comes to me, check this out. I just have to show you how crazy this is, man. So I know that his special ability, or his main ability or whatever, reduces, or not reduces, but it neutralizes your type, but he just one-hit KOs you, bro. One-hit KOs Vegito Blue, like the most broken, most powerful unit currently in the meta, in the game right now. I mean, stated by a lot of people, and obviously he's the new anniversary LF and everything, but it's absurd. It's absolutely absurd how much damage he does. So, just a couple of other tips is just, you have to get a good rhythm. So the best thing that you can do is constantly be, you know, charging in between. Do not use tackle in between. Tackle's not going to help you at all, just because it got nerfed and it's not the same as it used to be. Now, before, on these events, it really actually did benefit you, because it kind of delayed the timer, and it actually helped whenever you were trying to switch into your characters, because there was a timer on that as well. But yeah, you just constantly charge in between. Do some good, solid charges. Don't do quick little, like, bursts of charge. No, do, like, a good one like you're seeing right there. Those are some, like, real solid charges there. As you can see, I still have a habit of, you know, doing that stupid tackle. But, yeah, just if you can, constantly switch between. For this one, I was about to give up. This was my very first try, by the way. So, I was, like, hoping that I could beat it, so I just said, you know, I'll just go through, and, you know, I feel like I could definitely do it. But it is difficult with this one, because that Zamasu, obviously, he does, you know, recover back. He does have a second chance here, but the Vegito definitely does help with that cover change. I think that's great. Characters with cover changing are going to definitely help you as well. But obviously, I am using the boost units, and that's why I'm saying that this is the best way of doing it. It's, I feel like, just not even worth your time and how many different times you have to do it, unless you get very lucky and, you know, these guys aren't super annoying where, you know, they're predicting your dodges and they're doing perfect vanishes. You know, that's the most annoying part, is that, you know, sometimes they do a perfect vanish, sometimes they don't, and it's like, oh my god, it's so frustrating. And that's why I don't think that these are necessarily difficult. I just think that they're really stupid. They're just really stupid. But yo, shout outs to my boy Ronaldo. I think right here I forgot to turn off Do Not Disturb, but he ended up I think he was like DMing me or whatever, that he got like VV. So congrats to him for getting Vegito Blue. Yeah, see, OMG. Yo, shout outs to him. That's such an awesome dude. But yes, continuing on here. Yeah, it's just pretty much that. That's all you got to do for all of these. I'll just do some brief walkthroughs on the rest of them, but that's just my main kind of like little tips on it. I know it's not the best thing, but I'm sorry, there's not really a lot I can really give you in terms of a definitive answer to beating these. You know, just use your most powerful units if you don't have the attack bonus units. and just keep trying. I'm being honest. Like, that's the best thing that you can honestly do, you know? Just always keep trying, never give up, really. As cliche and silly as that sounds, don't give up on it, just keep going with it. But it's just going to be extremely difficult and almost, you know, it's gonna get on your nerves, you know? It might give you a little bit of anxiety, because I remember the very first challenge rush that we did last year, it was... Man, it took a toll on my brain, bro. Like, my brain was fried. My eyes were burned off. Dude, my eyebrows were gone. I don't know why I said eyebrows. But yeah, it's just like, fuck these dudes. That's all I gotta say is fuck these. They're stupid. They're definitely not as bad as they used to be. They used to be ridiculous before, where they didn't even match your level. But they didn't have nearly as much health as they do now. But as you can see, like, I'm really cutting it close to losing. But there you go. There's the first one down. And, you know, not too horrible. So the very second one here, again, make use of your boost. This is another example of me doing it without a boost unit. I went ahead and opted for the Super Saiyan 4 team. The Super Saiyan 4 team is really good just to have to boost, you know, the Omega Shenron and everything. But I did have some difficulties with this event. This was actually my second or third try. So the very first one only took me one try, but I think it's just because I got pretty lucky with it. You know, Vegito Blue definitely helped at the very start, but I ended up losing him. But the very second one, I was having some issues with just, you know, getting unlucky. And then the third one, the third event, also gave me some trouble here as well. So that's pretty much all I got to say about event number 2. Just, you know, go through it as best as you can. Like I said, you can copy the team that I was using, which was a Super Saiyan 4 with the boost or whatever. If you have the units, you know, if you don't have the units, then understandable. Try out, you know, by all means, any other character that is of advantage and is your most powerful that you personally think. You know, there's, like I said, there's so many different ways to do this and so many different outcomes that you can have. So these are just my personal battles here, and just at least proof to show you guys that it's possible. I mean, I think a good majority of people have been able to beat these compared to last year. So I'll see you guys back at the third stage, the final stage, until we get obviously more. But enjoy the rest of this clip.
There's not a single thing I can do.
I will destroy you! Eat this! I will let you escape! Go to hell!
You look good.
Times 10!
Is that the best you can do? You have lots to work on.
Alright, so for stage 3, this is a, I guess, Villains GT team. I also had a GT team that I utilized for this as well. So, as you can see, we're going with the full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Yes, I know that's not the right term or whatever, but it sounds better to me, okay? We also have the Omega Shenron, the new one, as well as Vegito Blue. All three of these are your boost units. You can also use some other GT characters. The rest of the boost units are all GT, and like I said, I'm using pretty much the same team as I did previously, but I switched out the Rage Trunks as well as the Super Saiyan 4 purple Goku. So, again, it's just the same rinse and repeat with these. You know, you just keep going. Like I said, this one took me a couple of tries. I think it took me like 2 or 3 tries to beat, but it wasn't anything too ridiculous as it was last year. I still will say last year was the more difficult one. That one actually was pretty challenging. It was still stupid, but it was actually a lot more challenging because your level was so low compared to the opponents. And they also had a third member that actually had way more health and everything. So that was the main issue, and you know, you just didn't do any damage to them. So again, rinse and repeat, keep going. If you lose, retry, and just, you know, hopefully get lucky and time everything as best as you can with switches and all that great stuff. You know, switch out as many times as you can, charge in between. That's the basic gist of it. All right, my friends. So hopefully that was helpful in some way, shape, or form. I do apologize again that I can't give you a definitive answer on how to beat these, you know, super easily, because there's not really an answer for that. Everybody's going to be different. Everybody's going to get a different outcome. Everybody will be using different units. But if you have the units that I have, you have a very good chance of beating it, because I didn't really have an extreme amount of trouble beating these, but I just still think that they are stupid. So best of luck and enjoy the rest of this.
Don't take this one serious.
You looking for? Things are just getting started. Don't say I didn't warn you. Here goes. Final. Kamehameha! Out of the way! Time to go! Should I get serious? It's okay not to be as good as me.